Hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with more Phoenix Wright! Yay! And I'm pretty sure we're close to the end of the whole game of the last game of the trilogy. So yeah, we're getting close to the end. I know because I did a little bit of research. So yeah, I know we're pretty close to the end. So maybe in one or two more streams, maybe we can get there. So yeah. We'll see. But yeah, for now, we're just gonna start with the trial bit here for this episode. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't remember a lot of things because it's been like 3 weeks since I last played this, I think. So yeah, whoopsie. That's something that happens to me usually when I take a little break from the game. Whoops. Wait, let me go through the things first to refresh my memory. Yeah, these things, this I remember. Right, we found the staff thing. That has a sword. The autopsy report, body fell, blah blah. Harry's testimony, prang lights out bill, blah blah. What is this? Right, the thing. Guardian where Elisic's name was murdered. Right. I remember that one. Crystal sphere, yeah, that was in the snow. This was in the garden of the inner temple. Right. Elisic's name used. Yes. Okay. I remember I had a theory of something, but I forgot. On these orders that opened once before, I think Maya opened before. Yeah, because Pearls had it and then she tried to burn it, thing. But I think someone else read it before her. I think so. Yeah, we still don't know much about Maya. Oh, I'm kind of worried about her. I don't want anything to happen to her. Right, anyway. You'll have Morgan Faye to the whole Faye conspiracy thing. I'm kind of lost with so many things that's going on, but we're gonna try our best. Alright. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Morning, Pearl. Mr. Nick, please tell me what's going to happen to Mystic Maya. I'm sorry, we don't know yet. Investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple. Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall? No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. So no one's trying to help Maya then. She's required to be here in Kurt. Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I have to admit it's kind of strange. Not here. We're looking for Iris. She's in the prosecutor's lobby. Godot? Oh. Edgy. Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? Just going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? Wait, why for the prosecution? What the heck? What the hell, Iris? But we were cool. Alright, and we found out, I completely forgot about that for a sec. Found out that Iris is the twin, the sister of, what's her called? Hawthorne? What's her name? I forgot. Hawthorne someone. What's her name? Not Iris. This one, Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay. Wait, she's deceased? She died? Right, she died. I forgot that she died. Daughter and Iris' twin sister, she was executed last month. She was executed last month? I don't remember that. How did she die? Okay. The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Francisca von Karma, what are you up to? I thought Godot was gonna go against us today. I know what you're thinking, but Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor today. Yeah, Godot said he was going to be here, I think. What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godot? Godot? Francisca is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's... Exactly. Is she trying to get Maya? She has been out there all night trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks Edward. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touche, I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you pass your cold onto someone else, literally. And with that, I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Thanks. He called me partner. Hedgy. Are we best friends now? I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. Okay, circumstances around the murder of Miss Holistic's name, no. I mean Misty Faye. Right, that was Misty Faye. I kind of forgot about that she was Misty Faye in the end. Holistic's name was Misty Faye, right. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. It's nice that it's been a little recap. And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. I feel like I'm gonna get really confused today. Oh boy. I'm gonna get a headache. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hesagura Temple. Okay. Your Honor, what are you... Oh, me? Well, my little brother came to visit. Oh, right, the Canadian was doing this, right? Not him. My little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scourging fever and fainted. Therefore, I was standing in for him. Wait, is him the guy that he passed the cold to? Okay. I see, Your Honor. Their brothers, that explains a lot. My poor brother, he looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Okay, yeah, drink your coffee, buddy. It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Godot. I understand exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So then you mean, forget it, what do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hesagura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? What the heck is Iris gonna do? Iris, why didn't you discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. What is going on? Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hasagura Temple. Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright. What is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? You're saying that you were the one who murdered Mr. Lissock's name? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise. Okay. And carried to the Hasagura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it. What? Oh my god. Okay, well... Okay. I guess that's some time in prison already. Witness, are you... I think you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? Well, this is a great way to start this trial. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in cold sweat. Well, everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's the murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Or that code. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris' testimony was all a lie. Her testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Okay. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. What crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone. Now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket. I've been at Hasagura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hasagura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Karain tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. I'm sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself in need be to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Karain channeling technique, Mystic Maya Faye. Oh boy. Huh. Okay. Wake up and smell the coffee, tried. What? She's naming Maya. Yeah. Okay, analyzing things. Okay. Right. Okay. Order in the card. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer? Wait. She didn't say that Maya did it. Did she? That's not how I feel. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. Oh yeah, that was my theory on the other episode, I think. In the other stream. And Maya was possessed by Dahlia, right. Maya was possessed by Dahlia. And Dahlia murdered Mystic Maya. Mystic Amy, yes. I'm mixing all names. I think that was my theory on the other thing, on the other stream. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes, and then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her. That's ridiculous. Maya could never do. The distance will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor. I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. The real murderer. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. Okay. So it was in self-defense. Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. Moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Okay. Alright, let's press. I still have things. I thought I would recover my tries for this trial. Okay. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. Press. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that on the night of the murder you didn't go to the inner temple. Oh. Did she now? Too bad for you, what she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the inner temple's training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at the time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There, we all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden? Your Honor. Okay. Mystic Elise struck Mystic Maya with her staff. You're saying that the victim attacked Miss Fate. Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting? I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. That's perfectly understandable, my dear. What the heck, Judge? Doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute. What happened after that? Okay. Mystic Maya was still stumbling. Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger. That's not true. It was the staff itself. A dagger. Huh. And Elise's name tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Fate. Yes, exactly. Oh, sounds like a lot of boo-boo. Huh. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. What? Worcestershire sauce? Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris' testimony? Oh, this is a good time to say you. I'm gonna say yes. I'm not sure why exactly, but I'm gonna say yes. There's one thing. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless. That's fine. Witness, let's have your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Oh, listen, Gramps. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Okay, now, let's continue. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed. She threw her stuff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe. Press on that. She threw her staff away. Mr. Galice was trying to kill Mystic Maya. I think that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon. It's true. It's not easy to inflict a deadly blow with a staff. Mr. Iris, let me make sure I've got this straight. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff. Yes, that's what I saw. There's anything odd about that, Mr. Wright? Yeah, it's odd, alright. Mr. Galice attacked Mystic Maya with the dagger. I'm sure it is. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. Okay. And then? Mystic Maya, she turned things around and then she used the weapon she had taken and launched forward for a strike. Order, order, dummies. Oh, witness, are you absolutely certain? Yes, but believe me, she had no choice. If Mystic Maya hadn't done something... Maya Faye's name would have been written on this autopsy report instead. Yes, I see. This is bad. I still can't put the pieces together. Unless I find a contradiction in her testimony, Maya's going to get blamed for this. I only have this to say. Okay. It was only in self-defense, you can't blame her for it. Okay. So you're saying Maya Faye was the one who stabbed Miss Elise Exnim? Sister Iris, is that really what you saw? Yes. Just right. If your mug is filled with black and bitter suspicions, the only way to get rid of them is to drink them down quick. Like this. I know that's supposed to be a metaphor, but I don't get it. There's only one thing you need to get right. It's called evidence. Now hurry up before my next cup gets cold. What does that mean? It's gotta win it for me to point out the contradictions. I'd like to avoid the whole spirit channeling thing if I can. Not only would it be inadmissible as evidence, but I think it might actually hurt our standing with the judge. First I need to pick her testimony apart and expose the unnatural sounding parts. I don't know why Iris would tell a story like this. But there are two things I noticed that just don't add up. Okay, two things? Thank you. You know more than me, try it. Can you tell me the two things, Nick? This dagger thing is weird because I don't know, I have the staff here, so I know that the staff is a weapon itself, so why would she throw it away? That all makes sense. I'm gonna try that. Yep. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Huh? Miss Exnim throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me. But all you can do with a staff is hit someone. Naturally you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. Ah! If Elise Exnim really had wanted to kill Maya Faye, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? What you want, go there. That was an impressive bit of investigating, right? I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well, yeah, I thought of that too. I mean, she could have still thrown it, but okay. Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. But there is something strange about this whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. Mr. Wright, I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. It's time to save. What is it? Because Miss Elixir's name would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Do I say that she's Mystic Amy then? It's Mystic Amy? Do I have proof of that? Miss Elixir will never attempt to take the life of my Fey. Let's try. Yes, I think I got it. Listic's name would never have attacked Maya Fey. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Listic's name. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey? No, not Misty Fey. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to... Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Are you serious? Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Mystic's name actually the Great Mystic Misty? There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea. I can hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Drink your coffee now, Godard. Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. What the heck? Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing. Coffee. Yes, what is this one little impossible thing? Huh, you still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Could you get to your point? I heard this witness confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. I'm going to ruin your health, my friend. Probably. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. What the heck? That the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Give me a second. Fixing something real quick. Okay, we're good. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree. What pine tree? That thing on the left, the pine tree. I thought it was stuck on the back side of the pine tree. When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Huh. Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee. You said 8 before, what the hell? You said it was your 8 just a few minutes ago. I didn't have enough time to get the blood and analyzed on such short notice. In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Okay. Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Okay, from behind the tree, the inner temple garden, the blood is being analyzed now. Okay. Now then, the testimony we just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. Okay. I always keep changing the voice for the judge. Good girls never lie, ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, the battle. Mr. Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff, but then she dodged Mr. Galee's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mr. Galee was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. Okay. That's when Mr. Maya stabbed Mr. Galee. Mr. Galee managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Okay. That was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. That seems reasonable. Is it though? Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, here we go. The battle. So I stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff, pressing on things. Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all this? What do you mean? Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle. I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden's stone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark, but the two of them were, so I think that's why they didn't see me. So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck? She touched Mystic Elise on the neck and stole her weapon. Okay. What happened to the victim's staff then? I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger. Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike, and Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point Mystic Maya picked it up. Nothing sounds especially strange yet. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? So the Mystic Elise was the one on the defense with her back to the stone anchor. We're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim. Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. Still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point is just silly. Yeah, she was possessed by Dahlia, bro. Come on. Has to be. Has to be. I'm betting on that. As they say, a corner fox is more dangerous than a jackal. They say that? Who says that? I believe the correct description of a corner fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. You were the one who started it. Anyway, so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next? That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Are you absolutely certain that that's what you saw? Yes, I'm almost certain. Almost certain. Almost. The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What did she just say? I mean, that's pretty important, man. So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely. Oh. We know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Holistic's name. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Two of them face each other for a moment. Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. And Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. Okay. Oh, so she was stabbed in the stomach, huh? Yes. Okay. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Where did the dagger go? Where did the dagger go? I can speak. I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see. According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung toward the tree after the struggle. That's the most likely explanation, yes. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away? Now that I think of it, she seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while. Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. How did she write this shit on the thing, though? Felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over. It seems like a reasonable story at first. But there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone. That alone is impossible, which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Okay. Man, I'm not sure what's the next move. Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Yeah, but there's a thing written on the thing. I'm betting on that. Let's see. For your Holistic's name? No. Where was the thing? I had a picture, right? I don't have a picture? Ashley. What are these? I thought I had a picture of the thing written. Ah, some bullshit. Nixon's birthday, did the skip bridge, but he fell. Oh wait, that's a blood from stabbing back. Not stomach, she said stomach. She said she was down in the stomach, this is on the back. Yeah. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Huh? Until now I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony? According to you, Maya Face stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct? Yes, that's right. But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. Yeah, Judge, it seems like you haven't done your homework again. Okay, but according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. Ah, this proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. Yeah. Okay. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Oh, it's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift? Not really. Is that all you have to say? Yeah, just drink your coffee, man. I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Okay. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away at useful stuff, the people fighting being mother and daughter, and now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach. There certainly are some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? Come on, man. There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, you don't say. But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said? Prosecutor Goddard, explain yourself. The witness was quite ambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. Okay, a human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is coffee. I mean, light. Light. By the way, did you know Yasugura has a rule that on nights when the acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit? Okay, I did wonder what this stone lantern was there for. Well, if that's true, then the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly. Normally, yes, Your Honor, but according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light the stone lantern. Impossible? hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Motion lightning. Okay. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. Well, she could have seen a different person then. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Wright? No. Order, order, order. Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Okay, thanks for that, actually. I was looking for that earlier. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. That's pretty cool of you, Godo. Thank you. Give me evidence. Lantern from the inner temple garden was not lit the night of the crime. Okay. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern. Something written on it. Why? It's written in blood. Oh boy. So they just didn't know about that yet? Written... did Godo not know? Bruh. Okay, get fucked, Godo. You played yourself. It says Maya upside down. Oh, what the? Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. You said she fell down right away a second ago, bro. Get your story straight. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body. Now you remember that. Okay, sure. Certainly looks that way. Hang on just a minute. Oh, what's happening, Godo? What are you all talking about? What do you mean? What are we all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood. Oh, nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. My man, you blind? Are you red blind or something with those glasses? What could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all. Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. What do you think? My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with this huge goggles on my head, I still can see everything. Oh, okay. So that's what he meant by that. Oh boy. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Goddard, anything further? Oh boy. Oh, poor Goddard, man, he didn't even know. I kinda feel bad for it, kinda. It's okay, just drink some coffee, you'll get over it. Mr. Goddard? Okay then, let's move on. Goddard's literally shaking, and somehow, I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. Caffeine. I believe it has now been established that Mystic's name was killed by my fate. That's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. Okay. Is there Iris cover-up? After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Crane tradition, while I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hesper Temple Land. I used the Shichishito to alter the way the wound looked. So you moved the body? Yes, I was raised at Hasagura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fake Land. But even so, I never imagined that the Listek's name was actually Misty Faye. I committed a terrible sin. A terrible trick of fate. Probably you're looking for twist of fate, Your Honor. I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but you were spotted by the headman, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back. Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Here we go, boys. Okay. She carried her all the way across the bridge. There was something with about the snowmobile too. I don't remember. There was no snow. But wait. I want to remember something. When was it snowing again? I have the weather data. You come out the weather data, blah. 7 to 10:50 snowed. And the lightning was at 10 to approx 11 p.m. 10 to approx 11 p.m. Okay. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Oh, okay. So snow 7 to 10:50. Okay. There was something with that I wanted to remember. And the murder was when then? Between 10 to 11. Okay. So blah blah blah. Oh, it fell. Right. Now is it something about falling? Body fell 10 feet after death. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. She never said anything about that. So they denied the crime, blah blah. Wait, there was something else I wanted to check. Lightning. Okay. Okay, we don't know the exact the time. Okay, of the murder. After Mystic Elise died, I called out the Mystic Maya. So you waited until everything was over before making a move? No, it's not like that. She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid. Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion. Well, that's great judging, thanks. Isn't it your job as a judge to mediate the argument? It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that finally dawned on her what she had done. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So then you knew. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fate. Yes, of course I did. That's hot. I mean, since the beginning didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position. Anyway, she was a very special person indeed. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. Why did you do that? Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene. Move her body all by yourself. Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? Okay. Right behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. It's pretty amazing that you can make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge. Looks worse than it is, surprisingly sturdy despite its age. It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. There's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Kasagor Temple. I thought that would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible. Oh, makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what do you do after you cross the bridge? Then use the snowmobile to carry it back to Kasagor Temple. The snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. I forgot. The photo of the snowmobile. Yeah. Castings there. There's no snow. There's no snow in it. That means... Huh. What does that mean? It was used after 1050. If it was used after 1050, it means it's after the thunderstroke. The thunder strike thing. So the bridge would have been on fire by the time that it stopped snowing. Okay. The snowmobile. I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Kasagor Temple to Dusky Bridge. Here's the part that was in question the other day. Join us for more details. Yes, about the tracks. Yeah, there was... Oh, that was the thing. There were no tracks going to the bridge because it was snowing at the time. But when it came back, there's tracks because it wasn't snowing anymore. It wasn't snowing after 1050. The lightning struck 1045. Okay, we're on to something. Tracks. Really did move her body by a snowmobile. Then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Oh, well, yes, naturally, you would expect tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Kasagor Temple. I see, snow was still falling, no? And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. Then the lightning, the bridge was on fire already. That's why there are such fresh looking tracks. Oh, how about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony? It's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris had just made added to the testimony. What does it have something to do with the case? All will be made clear if you allow her the statement to be added to the record. Oh, this should be fun. Always gonna be fun. Just drink your coffee and watch. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? Yes, I am. When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear. That's right. I'm certain of it. I think I've trapped her this time. Let's see how you think. Snow. Oh. What is going on here? If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, I mean, there's a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Great Revelations. What the heck is that? Oh, well done, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather, at the end of your index finger. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do it? There's only one reason I can think of. After Mystic Elise died, I called her the Mystic Nine. Okay, we're gonna go there. Wait. We're going to carry it back to the temple. I didn't press on this, the Shichishito thing. Is that what you were doing when Sister Bikini saw you? Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst. Probably? More like definitely. I see. So Sister Bikini mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Mr. X-Men. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Okay. I'm gonna say, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna do. I think I need to, I guess I have to present the weather report, right? Yeah. Wait, what? You're not the same because at least it's evidence. Does? I don't say anything. Are you for real? Okay. What? I'm trying to point out the lightning. The bridge on fire? What the frick? What the? What do you mean? The thunder took place, the snow had already stopped. Huh? What do you mean it's not that? What do you mean it's not that? I'm so confused. Oh sure, what else can it be? I have nothing else about the lightning, right? Secure temple map. Photo release. Weather data. The tracks again? Fuck's sake. I'm so confused, man. The snow had already stopped. She said. People, Eliza. I was sure it was that. Cat. But this wasn't snow. It came from the victim staff. I don't know. Our carbineer does keep proof. No. Has to be with that statement, right? that one. Oh. No, I thought it was the snow on that. There was something about the snow on that picture that wasn't on the body. That would make sense anyway. Huh. Man, what the hell? I was so sure about that. Can I press on this again? Snowmobile. Blah blah blah. Let me ask about this. Can you hear more about this snowmobile ride? Well, it was very cold that night, so I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge. I'm sorry, witness, but no, I've got a problem with your testimony. Oh, excuse me? Koda, what are you up to now? That night, after the head nun left the reminder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hasakura temple. Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates. Let's recall her comments on the subject. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hasakura temple, it was there by the main gate, the snowmobile, I mean. The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say? Is he helping me? Order, Mr. Kodak. Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness testimony? Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay? Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Yes, maybe she didn't see it. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Huh, whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time of effort. It's just, you better be careful in your testimony. That's all I want to say. A small little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that. Yes, sir. What was that all about? I would go to want to give me a hint. Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. So you transport the body by snowmobile all the way to Kasagura Temple courtyard. Yes, I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway, and then I... Shishito... Let's only to carry it back, Kasagura Temple. Oh... No confusion, man. Nope. Kasagura Temple. Man. I'm wasting chances now and I didn't get the thing. Ah, shit. Should have saved before that. Okay. Oh man, that already stopped. Okay. That already stopped. Temples, run area. Hey, school, no. No. I don't... I don't know, man. No, not that. Whoops. Oh, just trying things out. To be honest, not sure what I'm doing anymore. This completely threw me off when it wasn't what I thought it was. Obviously, the thing. So I'm just trying stuff now. The map? No, of course not. Why would it be the map? I don't know. This game weird sometimes, so I don't know. Bruh, I'm disgusted that it's not the weather report. Or this catch. But it had to be one of those. Not even the... Never says anything about falling from the higher thing. I didn't even try that. What the hell is going on? I'm kinda lost, man. So had already stopped. Ah, man, I think I'm gonna have to Google this one because I'm stumped. Bruh. Oh, Phoenix Wright. Trials. Tribulations. Okay. I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to use a thing if I didn't really have to, but it really threw me off with this little bit. What is this one? Cover up. Right? Nothing. Wait, what? It is the weather data. But not on that statement? Okay. Hello? Okay. So my microphone just broke. Okay. Sorry if that sounded like garbage. Well, actually not the microphone that broke. The arm that was holding it. So yes. Pretty much holding it in my hand now. So yeah, that's right. Oh, let me see if I can fix it. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna mute for a bit when I try to fix this. Alright, I'm back. Hold on. Let me try something real quick. Alright, give me a second. Alright, we're good for now, kinda. So yeah, I had to bring back my old microphone stand because the other one just broke. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, we'll have to deal with this for now. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, I had to present the weather report, but on a different statement, I think. Oops, I went through this bit again by accident. Okay. At least the mic didn't break when it fell. It just fell to the floor and it disconnected. That's why you probably didn't hear me. So yeah, that was fun. Okay. Anyway. Behind me across the desk. Oh, this is the statement because it would be on fire at this point. Okay. Whatever. I was on the right thing. Different statement. Okay. Claimed that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just is impossible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that point. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. What do you say? The bridge, it was on fire? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? Just because of the lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? It can't be. Looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. No, I can't believe I lost so many attempts there when I was so sure what I had to do. Order, order, order. The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Witness, even my patience has its limits. And for the lion, I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself? The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man. Me? How dare you? Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Dixon was discovered in the Kasagor Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun is the bikini. Witness Iris desecrating Elise Dixon's body. He makes a good point on both accounts. That's right. I'm not lying. What are you claiming this time? I wasn't myself at all that night. What the heck? So I remember still somewhat hazy. Wait, what? I have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, right, maybe you can explain this for the court. What is it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick. Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burned out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth. Looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this latest testimony isn't the truth. What the hell, man? Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more. Hold on, let me move this a little bit over here. Okay. Okay. About what, Your Honor? You admitted that you moved about the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Will this be your final testimony? Oh. We'll see in a minute. Moving the body. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? Oh man, that's what Larry claims, yeah, right? So it was just a misunderstanding, I see. This is a photo of Tusker Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. Oh, right. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and also the suspicion wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition, taken the morning after the crime. Okay. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth, and Maya will be accused of murder. Right, I'm only going to say it one more time. It is only human to err, and only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Pretty much. Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Final? Oh, shit. Moving the body. Okay. Wait, let me go back to my stream thingy. Because, yeah, I get all messed up when the whole microphone thing happened. Okay. Right. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. Okay. Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place, I couldn't have crossed the bridge, naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Goddard said. The body did make it across somehow. Okay, so I must have just gotten confused, I guess. You seem to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped. I'm terribly sorry, I was wrong. Well, great. Does you really think an apology is going to get her off the hook? Well, it did, apparently. Was the snow still falling, or was it stopped? Does it really matter that much? It does. It does, actually. This is no joke. Give me sworn testimony in a court of law. Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today? Oh, well, I naturally was, you see, it's not that easy to remember, is it? But if it had been some kind of a special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation. Yeah, that's a good point. No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, right? But... oh, right? Rude. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. Okay, it's a bad drawing It's not that bad, the drawing, to be fair. But is the drawing useful as a proof, maybe? Maybe. Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? Flying? Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way across. Mr. Wright, don't you think that sounds a bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge? Did anyone actually witness such a thing? Well, if there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something. I've come all this way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if I don't know the exact answer yet, it's okay. I'll start by examining all my evidence and see where that takes me. It'll be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna... Oops, went too far. I'm gonna try the picture, the drawing from Larry, I guess. Yep. That's right. This one? Burning Bridge? Yeah, has to be this one. Yep. Okay. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What? Oh, you're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. No, I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. Preposterous. Who is it? Who is this witness? I can't chicken out here. I've gotta keep on the attack and go. It's Alistair's name, brilliant and highly gifted apprentice. Loristic's name. Brilliant, highly gifted apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was at the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what you witnessed that night. Are you serious? That's not April Fool's Day, is it? Today's not April Fool's Day, right? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Uh-oh, the judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Oh. Well tried. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did it go to say that? Upside down, like the Maya written in the thing. Alright then, let's hear the defense theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show? I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes. So that means we're gonna save here. Yep. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. This sketch drawn by Loristic's name is a complete contradiction. Exactly what happened. Sure. Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh. You know, it's starting to remind me of yesterday's witness. What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear. Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air? Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet. I was trying to think if that was the thing, but yeah. That's not it. Wait, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Is the stream good? Oh yeah, it just froze for me on my end. Never mind. I think we're good. I wish they had. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. There must be some way. Just know it. Must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth. What happened? Alright then. The witness will now return to her testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Ah, for fuck's sake. Wait, do I do this again? I'm not sure. I'll try presenting it again, I guess. Sure. I didn't really understand it before, but I get it now. That's why I believe the sketch shows the truth. Very well. Alright then, let's hear the defense theory. Okay. And they always face going to... what is it? The sketch drawn by Laura 16. Oh, now I have a penalty shit. Okay. A complete contradiction? Something is obviously funny about this sketch. I'm no art critic, but even I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Laura 16 stated it over and over. The sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. Well, yes. It contradicts reality? Oh, this is getting interesting. Looks like we're back to the finger-pointed thing again. Okay, right. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? I'm not sure. Why are you going down here? No, shit. I believe somewhere around here, maybe? No. Somewhere. I thought maybe it was the fire that was going down. The fire always goes up, right? I don't know. Well, the artist responsible for this sketch is a bit of a walking contradiction, so it's difficult to point out where I want to see something. I want to see the photograph. Where are those things holding the bridge? I don't remember seeing those. Okay. Those, the wire things? I don't remember seeing those in the bridge. Are they? Well, yeah, they are there. The ones that are hanging down there. Huh. Okay, it's difficult to point out where the contradictions and the truth begins. Enough with the psycho babble. Mr. Wright, after dragging us all the way to this point, the answer was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, I'm actually blushing. Blushing only suits women, not the elderly. Anyway, what now? Point to something else. Okay, can I reload? Okay. Ah, fuck's sakes, I need to do this again. Wait, what was this? Right, the drawing. Okay. Escape all this, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay. It's a complete contradiction. We have to be on the right track. I have to. What exactly is I'm just gonna point out the evident shit. Flying figure, naturally. I guess, yeah. Was that obvious? I'm just stupid. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet. Or did I miss something? Mr. Wright, that answer just now. It was lethal. Oh. I thought I was on the right track. Mr. Wright, after dragging us all the way to this point, the answer was embarrassing. Hold again, I guess. Okay, to this, and boom. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Contradiction. 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 Come on. What exactly is contradiction? What exactly is a contradiction here? Is this wire connected to the bridge? Yeah, that's what I said before, but why are those there? Yeah. The wire? Oh, that's the thing that contradicts reality. It is indeed. It shows the reality it supposedly conflicts with. There was something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality. Okay. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. It doesn't have those wires. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. Oh, they're below. I thought that was because they burned, so that's why they were hanging afterwards. I don't know. On the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping Jehoshaphat. Oh. The wires are below the guard wires. What? Okay. Alright, okay, whatever, I get that. Order, this sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Or perhaps he just drew it wrong? Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Loris, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility, but then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Or saying you know the answer to he drew it upside down. He was upside down on the little photo that it was show. He was looking at it upside down. So the body was under the bridge. It fell. It said it fell from a high place. Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Loris was doing when he witnessed this event? Yeah, he was lying on the bed. He saw it upside down, like we always see in the little pic. He was at a heavenly hall, waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he lay down. Yup, but then lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Yup, yeah, like that, just like that. Now I wonder what sort of position Loris must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did. He was lying on his back. I can't see how it relates, but it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. Oh, no way. Lord 16 witnessed the event while he was lying on his back face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. So then, the sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Lord 16 sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. I think this body wasn't flying above the bridge, it was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Pendulum. Okay. Order. Of all the things to say, a pendulum. The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. He used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And the pendulum was the only way to get it done. But let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Those bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead. Okay. Lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready, the rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using that what was already there. In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. Ah, shit. No. Ah, shit. I couldn't save. What makes you think that the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? Ah, shit. This thing? There's some rope on it. I'll get that. Sure. What do you think, Mr. Kodak? Yeah. I think that Mr. Troy is lucky there's no rope around here. Huh? Even if I had just a sliver of rope, I'd be wrapping it nice and tight around his neck. I should have figured I'm not going to win this one with a lucky guess. Oops, that's enough. This card seems no reason for a prolonged trial. One more day size, this case is extremely clear. Or finds the defendant has a guard temple. Guilty. Oops. Okay. This will surrender to the court immediately. That is all. Okay. Whoops. Oh no, I have to go through everything again. Whoops. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, let's save on that thing. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's speed run through this part. Okay. Double flies upside down. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. Contradiction. Okay. Okay. This indeed, blah blah. Transition to reality, this one. Okay. Yes, yes. Spitting coffee, yes. No. Okay, I'm gonna save here so then you don't have to go through all of that again. So I don't know where it's gonna stop, I don't remember. Yeah, okay, this is another thing, lightning, blah blah, upside down. Okay. Okay, back to it. Yep. Boom. Pendulum, come on. Roll, think of the roll. Okay. Wait, I'll save again. Okay. Save again. Just trying to get as close as I can from that moment so that I don't have to skip so much. Okay. There we go. Rope. I don't know, Dusky Bridge rope? Sure. And the meaning of this is, you want to know where the rope came from? Okay, yeah, I thought of that too, but I wasn't sure. It's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Alright, it's even hanging there. Forgot about that part. Oh, this one of the wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elistic's slim body. Jesus. Damn, what a throw. Wow. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Oh. Okay. Alright. Mr. Koda. No, still on that coffee. Seems like Mr. Koda is more focused on his coffee than answering the question. Seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So I suppose it's not an impossibility after all. Possible or impossible, that's not the question we need to ask. It's only one question, did that really happen? Try it, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Oh my god, I'm gonna say it just in case he asks me to prove again. Okay. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? Yes. The bruises, no? Body fell 10 feet after that? Maybe. I mean, didn't say that didn't get hit by anything, but it's the only thing that makes sense to me right now. So, sure, let's try this. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. Okay, according to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple. So then that was the spot where the criminal... Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was pushed from this point here. Okay, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. I mean, if you can push it that far, I guess. Did you say you drop? Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What makes you think something like that happened? Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, huh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was not loose. It's this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elisic's name staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found. Indeed, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found... Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. Got him. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. What was that noise? An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Oh, that was nice. Mr. Wright. But I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. Again, Phoenix with the mug in his head. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Goddard? Those dark and bitter guests that you made tried, but you forgot about one thing. Oh, what would that be? The aroma. Huh? The coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. Oh, the rest of the card doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more? The criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say. Then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. An accomplice? I was thinking that too. The criminal wasn't able to cross the bridge, so who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite? Mr. Godfrey is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do. Yes, Your Honor. Wait. Cessation sounds. Cessation music. The body couldn't have made it to a secure temple without an accomplice. Who's the accomplice? Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hasakura temple site? That received, I never said that Iris. Well, it had to be Iris because she used the snowmobile, she had the key. I'm gonna say Iris. Can only be you, Sister Iris. Huh? Yeah, but I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from the ski bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Mr. Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it. Tried. Will you even listen to the witness testimony? And then out of the crime, this little cutie pie. Some cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Kodak? This witness was also seen at Hasakura Temple. Desecrating the corpse of the victim. Strange indeed. It's almost as if On that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Or maybe Dahlia's not dead. Or Dahlia was possessing Maya and helped throw the thing. Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established now that the body was moved using the burnout bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum. But the body couldn't have been passed along the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. Oh my god. Dahlia? That you? What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness is an Iris of Hasagor Temple? Or serious? Try it. You mean this woman is Dahlia? Someone besides Iris that could have received the corpse at night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stands. Her real name is Dahlia Hawthorne? I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That name rings some bells, distant bells, but bells nonetheless. Just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Okay. Can I see that file? I kind of want to refresh on that too. Oh yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Yep. But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month. Okay. So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom. What? Okay. Yeah, fuck that. Order, order, order. Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. What kind of... Okay. You of all people should already understand, after all. The blood of the master of the Green Channel technique flows within that body. The Green Channel technique? Now where have I heard that? That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. Oh. Is that Maya? No, that's not Maya. Yeah? Is that Maya? No. It can't be Maya. Is that Maya? Not sure. I'm not sure anymore. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to bind that Dahlia Hawthorne has just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes. So I guess that's Maya then. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happened. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. What's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Faith. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hasagura Temple. 2 of them. Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time. But missed it. The Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her. Namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you even know what you're saying, right? It's all channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Is she? How do you know that? Come down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, that Dahlia Hawthorne had been channeled. Would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Yeah, cause he's Maya, dummy. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hasagura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. Can't deny any of that. Thank goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced. But something still seems off, way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. Oh, I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switch places. That happened though. Switch places? I mean, you said it. To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness identity, we can't continue with this trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means he must have switched places somehow, somewhere. Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hasagura Temple, oh, I'm hearing the decision music. How did they change? Arrested at Hasagura Temple. Have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? Well, yes. Iris went there to the inner temple, yes. Yes, Iris went to the inner temple when we were investigating, so yes, there was one. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. Oh, explain yourself. Yesterday for a few minutes, Iris' whereabouts were unknown. Oh, during the earthquake thing? Maybe? Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to, it wasn't your fault. But Edgeworth. The person who gave Iris a chance to freely move about was... I think if I remember correctly, it was Edgeworth. Okay. This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake? An earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might... Ooh. Yep. And Edgeworth got scared, yeah. How could I have? She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And that was Talia, not Iris. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now, see here. No judge is his right mind. What? I couldn't read that. Be quiet. Oh, yep, that's Dahlia, alright. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice. Guess I'll have to ask again. Name and profession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession, permanently retired. Oh, you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh? Why should I? After all, I am dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here? Dahlia Hawthorne. Never thought I would meet again. Hey Chronic, how's it going? Long time no see, yeah, it's been a while. Been doing well things. How you been? I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time I'll end it for her and for myself. Oop, to be continued. Okay. Nice. Okay, finish that bit. Should we start with the next bit? Maybe, yeah. That was interesting. That was there were some bits that got me a bit confused, but we'll get through it. Yeah, we made it.